Hey, what's going on, guys? So, before I get into the review, I want to bring your attention to what we're seeing here on this cover page with Nico Robin. It says to sunshine and freedom, okay? And right underneath here, it says limited cover series number 12. Robins, they do such terrible things. Volume 1, Adventure in the Land of Slaves. And I thought that was pretty cool, just the fact that right here we have to sunshine and freedom. Nico Robin has keys in her mouth. Obviously, she's trying to escape. She's in the land of slaves. And it's that line down there. They do such terrible things. You know, Nico Robin has seen some stuff, okay? And just the way that she's drawn, if you'll look right here on her face, she's got bruising on her face. And the way her eyes are drawn, Nico Robin usually has a different expression on her face. Her eyes usually have that, inquisitive look, but Oda's actually drawn her with a little bit of fear. And like I said, she's bruised up and she's gotten to the point where she's having to escape. She's got the shackles around her, or the rope around her wrist. I mean, just little small stuff like that. I mean, I joke about Nico Robin, but it really looks as if she's gone through hell, man. Like I gotta know, because I'm curious. You guys, if you've been covering or following the channel, I don't really cover the cover pages unless something really catches my eye. I'm really interested to see what's going on here, because I want to know if this got animated. This would be really interesting. I have to see what happened to Nico Robin. So up next is the chapter review, guys. Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 545. Once again, Oda does the unexpected. I'm expecting this huge fight between Ivankov and Magellan. You got Luffy and his band of misfits. They're freeing everybody. They're fighting their way up. And just when they make it to the next level, Ivankov is just like, okay, they're free. Cut down the entrance. Everything starts falling behind her and or him, because he's in the male form at this point. And Ivankov looks at Magellan. Magellan's like, what are you trying to do? You trying to buy time? Do you really think that's going to happen? And Ivankov is just talking so much trash. And I'm thinking, oh, wow. Ivankov is really going to pull this off. He's really going to pull this off. Nah, man. Like, you get this funny scene where Ivankov is wearing so much makeup. And wow. He's wearing so much makeup that his face actually melts off the makeup part, and he takes it and he rips it off, and he's like, it's not gonna work. And he uses the hair removal fist, and I'm like, how much weave does this dude have on? Don't even get me started on weave, man. Like, that shit, fuck that shit. And I don't want to, that's gonna take this in a different video. I end up ranting about that. I really don't like weave. But Ivankov is just throwing hands at Magellan. I'm thinking, oh, wow, this is going to be good. This is going to be really good. And then Oda jumps away from it. And I'm like, seriously? You pulled a Kubo on me. Now I get why. Because Magellan shoved a Venom attack up Ivankov's ass, and Ivankov probably liked it. He's completely taken out at this point. Completely taken out. And then the guy with the scissors, I want to say it's Ivan, shows up. It's like, well, what happened to Ivankov? And you see Ivankov on his back, poison all around him. And Magellan is just rising through like a eternal badass. And meanwhile, while all this is going on, and I'm like, okay, so Magellan is about to rape these dudes, okay? This isn't gonna be pretty. No wonder Oda isn't showing it on camera, okay? Or excuse me, on panel, on screen. Meanwhile, the jailer beast, because of the devil fruit, they're able to because of the devil fruit, they're able to recover quickly. Jailer beast, they get up, rush towards level 1, trying to head off Luffy, and while all this is going on, Buggy has his people, and Buggy, I don't know why, but Buggy is low-key reminding me of Mr. Satan. Mr. Satan, everything was a trick, wasn't really powerful, gets a lot of credit for stuff. Look at it from this perspective, right? Crocodile even notices it when they're running past the cells. He's like, how come there's nobody in the cells? It's because Buggy is freeing people, and a few chapters ago, everybody's just, hail Captain Buggy, Captain Buggy. We're going to see a scenario, and this is going to be so fucking hilarious. We're going to see a scenario where the world government and the newspapers and everything actually think Buggy the Clown is the one who broke all the prisoners out. Because Luffy and Crocodile and all of them, as they were going, they were freeing people. Their band of misfits just keeps growing and growing in size. Buggy is the one that they saw on the top level. I could totally see Buggy getting credit for this. Like, Luffy broke an impel down, but Buggy freed all the prisoners. And even Magellan is just sitting there looking at all this and saying, things are not going according to plan. How is this happening? And, you know, in the last chapter, you know, he looks at the Underwarden and says, you're the only one who's fit to surpass me. So it just shows you Oda did build that up to some point. If Magellan gets removed, the Underwarden is going to take over. It just gets spoken into existence. And what I really like is when Buggy and everybody, they're trying to run away, they bump into Crocodile. And Buggy's just looking like, oh shoot, it's the former warlord Crocodile. Oh shoot, it's one of the 7 warlords, Jinbei. I can't believe it. Who's all with Straw Hat Luffy? And then they see Magellan, and Jinbei hears something interesting. Jinbei actually hears Magellan saying, at first I thought it was the head jailer, because, you know, he had took over communications and all that, and I was like, oh, this is the head jailer making a move. And Jinbei hears it. Magellan's just like, hey, if that's the case, do what you gotta do. Send the ships out. And Jinbei was telling Luffy, if we can get onto one of these ships, we can make it to Ace's execution before it happens, and we can actually save him. And Jinbei's telling Luffy, like, hey, I've already told you, stay focused. Stay focused. We have to get out of here. And that's when Mr. 3 uses his wax fruit, heads off one of Magellan's attacks and says, like, I don't want to be indebted to you. We're not friends. Now we're even. Get your ass going. So I love what I saw here. This was really good. Oda is, again, raising the stakes, and it's being done in a really, really good way. The execution is really good at this. But my chapter question to you guys is going to be, what were your thoughts on what I was saying about Buggy potentially getting credit for this? You know, try to keep spoilers out, okay? Because I do read the comments, and by the time you guys see this, I am going to be ahead. But always assume I'm only about 10 chapters ahead. Always assume that, okay? Because, you know, I do bulk record, but, you know, life happens, and if, you know, I get like my leg banged up or something like that again or whatever, you know, I don't want there to be a scenario where, you know, as I'm recording, something happens and I'm not able to record for a while. And I mean, just stuff like that. You know, I mean, you never know. So just assume I'm 10 chapters ahead. That's like my spoiler. I have to restate this because I have some new people watching. That's like my spoiler limit. Anything that happens within the next 10 chapters, that's fair game. But try to keep it there. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Have an awesome day.